Hi, this is Dave with Dave's TR4A. Welcome back to my channel. It's too cold to work in the garage right now on any Triumph project, so I thought I'd put together a quick video of an event we had recently here in town. In early January, every year since about 1960, there's been an indoor car show located in downtown Cincinnati at the convention center. This year, the club decided to once again make a showing at the event. At our last club meeting, 13 members initially committed to attend, but we ended up with about 10 hardy souls that braved the iffy January weather forecasts and the COVID issues to enter their British cars in the event. Our check-in time was Wednesday before the event, between 11 and 6 p.m. The weather was pretty decent, with temperatures in the mid-40s Fahrenheit. They're about 7 degrees C. I was in line about 11:15, and the line was already starting to wrap around the block. Here I am, waiting in line to enter the convention center behind a couple of trailered cars. Another member who I hadn't met yet, Ben, was sitting behind me in his MGTD. Here's a little fun fact. The fire marshal had said that no vehicles entering the show could have more than a 1/4 tank of gas, and I was well below that as I pulled into line. In fact, it was so low that I was starting my TR4A, pulling ahead 10 feet or whatever, stopping the engine, and that happened for on and off for about 40 minutes as the line progressed to the doors. People were checking in ahead of me. I only live about 20 minutes from downtown, but going home was going to be a little interesting, I think. While we were waiting for everybody to show up, the first order of business was to start setting up our display, which Kurt trailered down to the event and was able to park right next to our display area. The display consists of a hand-built replica British phone booth, tables and chairs, and a custom-lighted signpost with our club logo, all fabricated by club members. We had also decided to rope off the cars to prevent unintended damage. This was complicated by the fact that while we were setting up, we really weren't too sure how many cars were going to come due to the weather and whatever, so it was hard to define the total area. But over the next few hours, everyone who exhibited their cars showed up, and we figured out what would be the best way to organize the cars for display. So let's take a look at them. Here's the first of two cars that our club member Todd Bermudez brought. This is his very nice 1971 Triumph TR6 with hardtop and a factory A-type overdrive. Todd drives this car regularly and is a frequent leader on many of what we call spirited drives here. The car has also been used as a prop in advertising, which was quite an experience for Todd. Todd got third place with this one. Next up is Todd King's Lotus. While talking to Todd at the show, he told me that his dad had bought this car when he was just a little kid, and he remembers him working on it in the garage all those years ago, and now it's Todd's. He's trying to decide if he wants to restore it or sell it. It's a nice car, but it needs a little work. Next up is Aaron Kurtz's very nice 72 TR6. Aaron has done many modifications to the engine and drivetrain on his car, and is also running 16x7 Coney graphite center rewind wheels. And he won third place in his class. Next up is Ben Grabow's MGTD. Ben is the one that followed me in, and I met him that day at the show. He won second place in his class with this very nice TD. Next up is my TR4A IRS. Just a quick reminder that I have a pretty extensive restoration website on this car, davestr4a.com. Oh, and I won first place in my class too. Number 6 is probably the nicest Austin Healey 3000 I've seen up close in a long time. It was restored by the owner, Bernie Grabow. That's right, his son owns the MGTD you just saw. Bernie won first place in his class, and rightfully so. This is just a beautiful car inside and out, and he drives it. He drives a lot, and I think we're going to be doing some drives here when the weather gets nicer outside. Next up is Kevin Brummer's 1967 MGB. Kevin is doing what you would call a rolling restoration, and at this point he has the exterior looking pretty good, and is going to start working on the interior next. Kevin won third place in this class with this car. Congratulations, Kevin. Next up is Todd's second entry, a 1981 Triumph TR8. This is what you would call a survivor. It's for sale if anybody's interested. Todd won third place in class with this one too. Congratulations, Todd. Next up was Tom Eagle with his 2012 Aston Martin. Tom won first place in his class with this beauty. And finally, our last participant was Jamie Schwarr in her classic 1961 Rolls-Royce. Jamie won first place in her class also. And the cherry on top was that our club won second place for our display. I would like to thank all the club members and others involved that helped put on this event. Our president, Ron, Kurt for dragging the trailer down and back, the club members that exhibited their cars, and especially those that helped load all the exhibit supplies back on the trailer. Let's see what we can do next year. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you like the video, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks a lot. I'll see you soon.